Okay. You want to redo what you said, or do you just want me to start?
You can go ahead and start, and then I can go back and do it again.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're live now. I got it. I got you're live.
Woo. Okay. You see it, but I don't. Um,
Well, it,
okay.
it
So
came out on my phone. So
sure. Um,
yeah, you're on.
okay.
You're on, Tina.
And I'm trying to go back to my um, presentation. So hold on. It dropped off. Um, okay. Let's, it's pretty slow on my end. Um, Probably because I have a million windows open. Let me see if I can
Okay,
close
so
some
it's
things.
just you and I on now.
Okay.
No slides.
Okay. I'm working to try to pull that up, and it is giving me a minute. So, are you seeing my screen? You're not, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at myself. Look at my phone.
Okay. I'm trying to close down some of my windows so that I can um, not have it be such a bunch of things. Okay. I'll present that again.
Yeah, you got it.
Woo. All right. Okay. All systems a go. I love it. Well, I will start. I am Tina Gearing, and I currently live in Edmond, Oklahoma, and that is Central Time. So, my main strength, I do have a lot of different things that I do. I think my gift is in teaching, but I really like encouraging people and ideas. So, on one of the different groups we were on, I just said there was people that were free trading things, and I just said, "Hey, I'm an idea person. If you need an idea, just call me, and we'll have a discussion, and I'll just share whatever comes up because it's just at least I can do something to help people." So, and then the biggest challenge that I am having right now is there's a lot of technical pieces that I am struggling with, and social media. It's just I was very technical back in the day, and I don't know what it is about Facebook and trying to figure out how all these pieces work together, but it is not my strength. And it frustrates me because it's such an integral part. Like I've been trying to get followers, and I had a realization the other day that I don't have a page. So I've been getting these crazy people on my personal page that really don't have anything to do with what I'm trying to put out there. And so a friend recommended, oh yeah, you need a page. And so now I'm trying to get that all set up. And I've set up other pages, but the one that I want this to work on, I don't have a presence for yet. So going back to the starting board. What about you,
No,
Ed?
it's a learning process. So I'm Erica Lopez. I am from Los Angeles, California, Pacific time. I'm also a teacher, and I do help others as well. And I would share what's my biggest challenge right now. My biggest challenge, when I first initially started this journey, I wanted to. Well, I still want to do classes on how to overcome infidelity and how to thrive after like heartbreak and things like that.
Mhm.
Because it all boils down to mindset, but it's very difficult to get the emotions to match, and it's
Mhm.
hard. It's a hard time. Um,
Right.
but my biggest challenge right now is discovering that I'm a psychic medium, and I knew I was, but I kind of fought it for 25 years. And when I was in my 20s, I used to read cards, and I was really good at it, but religious reasons, I let it all go. And then it comes back when I'm 45. Not that it ever left, but it's like now it's here, and now I'm not sure if I want to pursue that. I just bought a book called The Last Breath, and it's
Mhm.
about 48 different psychic mediums, and each one has a story in there. And I've been reading that book, and so I'm just like, I'm not entirely sure um, if how I want to pursue that, if I want to pursue that, or what, So it's kind of like going through an identity change, because my friends
Mhm.
and they don't know that about my siblings do. My siblings, they're like, yeah, you should do that, you know. But like my work friends, my personal friends, my boyfriend's family, they don't know that about me.
Sure. But if
And
it's relationships where they trust you, they're probably going to be okay with it. You know what I mean? Because they already know who you are. And then, it'll be different, but it won't be that because they already know your heart and who you are. It won't be as hard as you think it is. You should do some limiting beliefs on there and think why they would. Um,
it's because some people are taboo, you know. And it was so crazy because I had a reading, and my boss had just passed away, and I when people die, I could hear them talking to me, and I just try to like stop talking to me. You know what I mean? Like, and I wasn't friends with his partner, his girlfriend or whatever. I wasn't friends with her, but I could contact her, and he's all, contact her for me, contact her for me. And I'm like, what am I supposed to say? I don't even know her. And so I did end up contacting her and telling her what he told me to tell her. But it was just like, it's this battle that I have within myself where I just need to like embrace it. You know, I had a friend whose he's my friend, but the girlfriend's brother committed suicide, uncle committed suicide. And I could hear the man like, and I'm like, no, I don't even know the girlfriend. I don't even, I was like, leave me alone already. Like I could hear them talking to me, and I'm just like, ah. So it's an
wow.
identity crisis that I'm kind of trying to discover within myself. I need to embrace it because I know that I can't be this person. One of the things we heard in the mastermind is you have to be yourself. You have to be who you are. And so that's my biggest challenge really, is that.
That's crazy. My friend is trying to get on. So she's saying that at first it said that she was waiting. Now that there's another meeting in progress. Hmm. I don't see anything else about. Okay, let me just tell her if she can see us on Facebook. Um, it's so weird because normally there's a place where it'll say the
Waiting,
participants are waiting, and
or it,
I see
something
the
like
two
that.
of us, but nothing about the waiting room. Um,
Hmm.
I've enabled the waiting room. Maybe I'll take it off. They've got those. Okay, that's.
So
Um,
anyway, I'm doing 2 readings tomorrow, so I'll
ooh,
let
that's
you know
exciting.
how that goes. I haven't done a reading in 25 years.
Wow.
Well, no, I did took that intuition class, and um, they would put us in pairs, and I did do a reading, but but it was part of the class, so that's a little different, you know.
Wow. Okay.
Is she
Well,
coming in?
yeah, she's trying. She said that it's spinning on her Facebook, so I'm not sure she's not having an internet issue
Maybe
as
it's
well.
a Wi-Fi issue.
Yeah. So we'll see. I took that waiting room off, so I thought maybe that would help.
And it'll allow her to pop in.
Yeah. All right. So the point of the notes review is I was just thinking we would go through the notes and do a day by day review. And I really want to be sensitive on the time. So want to keep it at an hour. And so we'll do just roughly maybe 10 minutes for each day. And my thought was I didn't want to just like start at the beginning and try to go all the way through it because I don't think we will finish. So
I
the
think what
time,
we can do is go through what we can go through, and then if we have to have another meeting, then we'll have another meeting later.
right. Well, what I was thinking is let's condense it. So we only do like 10 minutes on day one and 10 minutes on day two and 10 minutes on day three. And the most we get out of it is what we get out of it. And then we can continue to dive deeper each time we do it.
Okay.
and different stuff will come out. Was kind of my
Okay.
thought.
All right, give me a second. I'm gonna go get my notes.
Okay, and let me see if I can do anything for her.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, we're taking a short break.
Oh,
So you're not seeing it on Facebook, huh?
no, it's not. Nothing's coming up. Like I.
See, I see it on Facebook as if it's live right now.
Well, I mean, how do I do that? I just scroll to it or something.
So go to the Great 108,
Yeah, I'm there.
and it should be like refresh your screen.
Yeah. Done it.
What's the first thing you see there? Do you see 18 minutes ago? I put the link
33
in.
minutes ago, it says World Summit Notes.
Huh.
And the cloud meeting thing. So I click on that and it opens immediately. So I have to go all the way back to the first one you posted and get the meeting number.
Oh, Tina, have her call in. See if she can call in. And we'll just see her number.
Yeah.
I can't get back to it. I mean,
It's okay.
my computer's super slow.
Well,
Scroll down the bottom. There's so many videos on this website, I guess.
sure. So Erica recommended, and this is a good idea. So let me give you the phone number and you can just call in.
Okay.
So I'm going to email you the invite. And you know how the huge long invite has all the, you can call here, you can do that. Let's try that.
Okay.
And then one of them is you can just call.
Where are you going to email it to?
Um,
AOL or Gmail?
which one do you want it to? I just took off my screen share so people won't see me emailing you. I think that's right, Erica? It's not showing.
No, it's not showing. You're good.
Okay. We actually have just started the notes part of it. Okay, hold on a sec. I have to pop out of the, oh, I know what I can do.
Oh my God, I look so big.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to pull up another window here. All right. That will work. And then
You're looking, I'm looking at my phone and you just see me looking down. I'm like, I need to stop looking at the phone.
are you in person teaching, Erica?
No, it's all online. It's very hard. It's very difficult. It's very challenging.
Yeah.
It's tough. But you know, in life we just gotta adapt and change. I mean, it's very difficult to connect with the kids, and their brains are other places, so it's hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm copying the entire invitation, Vicky. I'm trying. Let's see. Okay.
I just don't know. Well, it wouldn't let me in. I mean, when I press it in, it just says, you know.
Yeah, so
There's another meeting going on or something, which I don't know how that works.
yeah, that doesn't make sense. But I was thinking maybe you were stuck in the waiting room, and so I was looking for the waiting room thing.
Well, I mean, you'd think that's where it was. I have no idea where, you know, what it looks like on the administrator's side, I guess.
Right.
But it just sit there and spin. So I'm like, well, I'll take a picture of this and send it to you. But they're probably talking, haven't, you know.
Well,
I'll just text you.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, we were just sharing that we're going to go through the notes and do less than 10 minutes on each day. And we're just going to cover what's the most impactful thing that the speaker said, and then any ahas or things we thought about that were actions we wanted to take. So it's just a review for each of us, but like you may have heard something I didn't hear, and Erica might have heard something different as well. Sure. And I'll just be the timer on it. And I know we'll probably want to get into a deeper discussion, but I really want to keep it less than an hour. So,
yeah.
So day one was
Okay.
all about mindset. And we had multiple speakers. So what you can't see, Vicki, until you do get logged in, is I just listed the speakers in order that I had in my notes. And so, was there anything from Dean's stuff that stood out to you when the conference first began?
From day one.
From day one, yep.
Well, of course, they said that they're one in May, so
Yeah.
that was kind of the whole day, which I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a motivation for us to move, to do something, to find out what it is that you have to impart and get out there. I like said, the person that was severely handicapped, I don't remember what the issue or whatever, said that they were having some sort of a conversation, and he felt that Dean, sort of shut down his abilities or something. The quote that he said that the guy said was, "Don't dim your flow to make others feel good." And so I thought that was good information to just keep going, even though you're surrounded by, somebody that's maybe in a different place. I think that dumbing it down probably is more insulting maybe to them. And on the other side, if somebody's trying to be negative or whatever, maybe, you shouldn't play to their hand. You should always, take the high road. So.
Sure. Can you hear her okay, Erica?
Kind of, not really. She needs to call into the.
Do you want me to call in?
Yeah, if you
To see how
can.
this works?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
And I guess I use Houston, and I'll just do it now.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I should see you pop up on the screen.
Yeah, she'll pop in.
Okay.
All right.
She has a lot, and I kind of missed everything. And I'm like, I don't think I have a lot of notes for day one. I guess 2 goals, one professional and 1 personal. Was that Tony Robbins?
Yeah, what Dean asked us to do was look backwards on the best year of your life.
Oh, I need to get all that. It's because you know what? I was in a meeting and doing it at the same time, and in a work meeting.
Yes,
So.
I am sure that was hard. I actually took the day off. Vicki works with me, and we both took the day off to go to this event. And then she stayed at my house, and we watched it all weekend. So it was great. Yeah, so we totally immersed. We had done UPW in July, and that was very impactful as well. We did Unleash the Power Within.
Oh.
In April, the very first virtual. I mean, not April, July.
Awesome.
I see you, Vicki.
Hello.
Yay.
Hey.
I know
Tina,
you can't.
Can you mark out her number?
Can I do what?
Like mark off her number so that nobody sees it.
Okay, how do we do that?
You could get a pen and your computer and mark it off. I don't know.
On my computer. Okay.
See if you can. If not, it's okay. I'm sure we're in a safe room.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. Though. Hold on, maybe I got a little post-it note here. Vicki, we're trying to keep you secure.
You can.
It's okay.
Let's see.
So,
I don't know. Will that work? It won't work, will it?
Maybe. Okay.
So
I think we're fine.
So it's Tina and who else?
Erica.
Erica. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just us tonight.
Okay.
Erica was saying that she was in another meeting when this was going on. So we were blessed to be able to fully focus.
Yeah.
My favorite quote was, change yourself first and then you can change the world.
Oh,
Right.
that's good. And then you said something else about, what did you say about Dean going back 1 year?
Yeah, so Dean had us imagine, well, he said, where do you want to go? When you look backwards at the best year of your life, what did you finally do? So like you're writing down all the things that you did in that year period, that you're looking from the future backwards.
Mm,
Hmm.
got it.
Yeah.
And I thought that one was good. I did a lot of goal setting on that one that I didn't realize how impactful it was going to be. When I look at them, I'm like, ooh, I see where my brain has been going even since that week. I guess has it only been 3 days?
Yeah. It reminds me of UPW when we're supposed to sort of look, backwards at our life. It's very motivating, I think,
Yeah,
to see it from
definitely.
a place, where you did change it, though, whereas UPW kind of takes you to a place, what if you never did change,
Mhm.
and how terrible that would be. And then, yeah, so you can look back at your best year that you ever had. So writing in all those positive things, this wonderful thing happened and this wonderful thing happened. So, yeah, I like that.
And then probably from memory, was there anything, because we're going to run out of time on day one, was there any memory from when Tony was talking that was the most impactful for you?
For me, it was with when he was talking to Kathy Joe, and it kind of made me realize that a lot of times it's our own personal baggage that stops us from doing great things. I mean, a person like her with her amazing story, amazing journey, she has a lot to share. She's a survivor.
Yeah.
Not very many people come back from stage 4, and she did. And yet he pointed out her hurt and her insecurity that's holding her back. And I thought that really spoke to me. It's like he was talking to me. So
Yeah. Oh, I did too. That was a really powerful exercise. I was thinking the same thing, by the way. How about you, Vicki?
Yeah, I think maybe getting us to the why. I thought that was really good. Where 7 layers of why. You just keep asking and keep asking. I think that's a good way to get to where you want to be. See, I'm just kind of reviewing my notes now of what he said. Energy is the ultimate power. Those kind of things. He scatters a little bit for me to try to take notes from, but
yeah. He did ask us to make 2 goals that we were going to achieve in the next 6 to 12 months, one personal and one professional. So I think that's what you were talking about, Erica.
yeah, I did. So the goals.
Yeah, and we had to write them down. 2
Yeah.
different goals. One was personal and one was business. Wasn't that right? Something like that.
Yep, that's what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like that too, where you write down your goals and then why they are a must.
Yep.
And then what has kept you from achieving this in the past and what needs to change now? And then our third question for that was, what are 2 actionable steps?
Okay.
So, yeah.
So.
And we had to do it while we're standing. That's why my writing is so messy.
And
But,
all of that
yeah.
was while we were standing, right?
Yes, we had to stand that whole time, which wasn't torture or anything, but It just makes me think of it now that I'm reviewing my notes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
I
that's the
mean,
point of
I
this.
weight goal, and I have the ISD class that I'd like to finish as my goal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are good things to get done.
Yep. I haven't finished my course by Black Friday because I want it to be on the market. How about you, Erica? Do
Yeah.
you want to share a goal?
Oh my gosh. Well, I put a bunch of goals down, but my personal goal is I have to lose 100 pounds. Like probably it's gonna take me a year. And I just put just a bunch of goals down, and I put
Mhm.
10 online courses launched, group coaching calls, one-on-one calls, coaching, high-end coaching, speaking as an inspirational speaker, and my strategy is knowledge.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. To keep us on time,
You want to go to day?
yeah, we're going to need to go to day 2. And so the next time we meet, we can pick up at Jana Kutcher. Or, the point is we just want to keep moving ahead. So day 2 is about marketing.
Mhm.
And Dean came out, of course. And then we had the amazing Jamie Kern Lima.
Oh, I loved her. Gosh, she was amazing. This
She
was
really
such.
was. I have
sure.
told her story so many times since then. I keep telling my kids, and it was very
Yeah, I mean, it
empowering.
really, and you know what's really sad is I told Tina I'd never heard of her before.
Me either.
I didn't know of this. And I don't know when she bought the business, like 2018 or 2017. So it's been a few years, or not bought, but sold, right?
2016. And I think that was the point of when she was talking about how she cried and she realized she was supposed to do something else. I think that she's only, in a sense, just come out to start telling her story. And that's why no one's heard it. And so she had to find within her I need to tell people what happened to me. Because
Oh,
maybe we saw it on those magazines and we were like, oh, there's just another rich person. You know what I mean? Like we didn't understand the behind the scenes story.
I
and
think
what
Because
she
my
really
girls,
went through, what her why was. She had to tell her why, right?
and the thing
exactly.
that got me is her authenticity. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Yeah.
she was authentic.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And that reminds me, I was super inspired by her, and I thought, I'm going to write her a letter, and I'm going to tell her that I would love to be an ambassador, to go to like Girl Scout groups and stuff and tell her story.
Right.
Because I just thought it was so powerful, and she's not going to be able to be everywhere.
Right. Yeah. I think
So,
that would be wonderful.
That's a
yeah.
wonderful idea.
It's really quite a story. I mean, and by the time she had talked so long and so much about her story, her struggle and getting there and everything, and she didn't even get to the best part of all. And it was like she was done. Then she came back, remember? And I told Tina, I said, well, she hasn't even got, sold the business yet for $1.2 billion.
I think she
God,
because that wasn't as important. Like it was her soul. It was like everything that she did was for her soul, right? She
for
created this makeup because women needed it because they had low self-esteem because of their skin conditions, and she knew that it worked because it worked on her. So it was like her mission to help women feel better about themselves. And then finally she goes through the whole process and she has her product launched, and now she's in this big office and she doesn't feel, her soul doesn't feel filled, and she's like, I need to do something else because I need to feed my soul. And I think that's what
right.
makes it so pure, so authentic.
I agree.
Oh man, your friend just got kicked out.
No, you're still there, right, Vicki? It was me. I thought that I was taking, it was a thing that said remove them. I thought it meant remove from the screen, because
No,
I was looking to see if there was a way to mask the number.
You kicked her out. But I think day 2 was completely inspirational. And we had Trent Shelton, we had Brandon Burchard. I had never heard Brendan's story. I had no idea he was he almost died in the Dominican Republic in his 20s, and that was his reason for living. You know,
Right.
that was an amazing story. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now, when on Monday, I showed the kids the "Don't Die with Your Dreams" with Trent Shelton, and I had them
Mm-hmm.
write about it. That I showed all my classes. I think I have about 200 students. Um, that video,
Wow.
you know,
So is that the thing that he did at the end? That he like names them?
that was heavy. That was deep.
Does he do that? I mean, is that what it was?
No, no, it
Oh.
was just a video that talks about, don't die with your dreams, and he's very just he tells the truth, and so passionate, and it's like he's being real. And one of the things that really I liked about the video when I showed it to my students was, at the end he says, I need you guys to tag 2 people to this video because you don't know who might need it. We get messages all the time, and so I had my students encourage them to share it out, because you don't know who needs this inspirational message at this time. You don't know who you're helping. So he has a YouTube videos, and it was called "Don't Die with Your Dreams," and
I'm making a note.
it's really, really powerful.
Okay, don't die with your dreams.
Trent Shelton, yeah.
Okay, good to know. I will watch that because I thought he was very powerful. I didn't know about him either. So
I didn't either. I know. I feel like I'm like so disconnected. How did I know about these people?
I'm going to call her because I think that she might be talking.
Nope. I'm back. I'm back.
He's back.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
So good. Okay, good.
I accidentally, I don't know, I guess I hung it up. I'm going to try to just lay my phone down and not touch it.
Well, what's really fun
But I'm
is
kind of having trouble hearing it, but it's fine.
it coincided with me pushing a button to remove you from the screen so that people wouldn't see your phone number. And so I thought I did it, but you're back and it's not on the screen. So I don't know what happened. It was very synchronous to be whatever. Synchronous.
Okay. It's all
Oh
good.
my goodness. So we were talking about Trent Shelton and
Yeah, he's amazing. He knows his why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way that you stand up passionately and tell his story and get almost 1 billion followers, isn't it? I don't know. 1 million, billion, 900 and something
900
million, or
thousand.
I think it's over 900,000.
Yeah, I think it's 940,000. I think. At one point, I wrote that down somewhere. All right, what do you guys think of Brendan Burchard?
He's the one that did it from Puerto Rico, right?
Right.
Yes.
I thought he was good. He had some good points. Let's see. Trying to get back caught up with you guys for, Brandon Burchard. Yeah, a lot of really good ideas about podcasts and how you one video, break it up into several different things for your, for your marketing. He had some good ideas like that. I like the thing about become a role model too. You know what I mean? Live into that. Yeah, I like that.
what I liked what he said, I do one YouTube video, turn it into a podcast, turn it into an Instagram live,
Yeah.
cut it up into a commercial, and make it a part of my course, all in one shot. So
Yeah, I wish I was that organized.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of got it down to a nice science in that, you know.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. So for whenever we get to that point, we'll at least have that little seed planted in our brain about how to, you know, use it multiple times like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought his was the most teachery that day. You know what I mean? Where he had points broken out and we could actually take the information and go do something with it.
Yeah.
And I think he was
I know
the
that one of our 108, Amy Pratt, put on, I wrote it down in our chat, you know, that she does, she has a business. It's called lovingtheartistwithin.com.
Okay.
And she can help you produce videos. That's kind of what her gift is. She's doing that. So
I think I saw her on the Facebook group saying that she would meet with you in a Zoom to work on that.
yeah. Yeah. I did see that too. And I, you know, whatever, but I don't know how to get back to that, wherever she's at.
Well,
Finding a Zoom on Facebook is tough. It'd be nicer if it was like an event where you could just go click to it. But having to scroll back and find it, you know, 100 posts ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I put it on right before we met. Okay.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that when I first opened. But anyway, my internet was lagging too or something because there were no, you know, pictures showing up. So.
Right. Yeah, something was going on.
Mhm.
All right. Let's move on to day 3. And that was all about mastery. So, of course, that was, Dean came out, and then Barry, I thought she was amazing.
She was something else. Like, she came in and taught us how to close. That's what she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was dropping a lot of secrets there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good stuff.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Yeah. Yeah, she called that enrollment theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
The objections you most need to know, what clients will say, what will hold them back. And that was the time, the money, the spouse, fear, shame / self-doubt.
Right. That's their excuses. So how do you handle objections to people that may want to, you know, may not want to do your lesson, but also may not want to get on board with you as your family? You know, I mean, that's kind of, I like the one thing that she said when she first came out. She said, serve the people you are meant to serve so they can serve those they are meant to serve.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like that. You know, it's perpetual.
Mm-hmm. I'm writing that down because I didn't have it in my notes, so thank you. Serve the people you are meant to serve so they can serve the people they are meant to serve.
Yeah. And then that small hinge at the big door thing. I like that too. Being a small hinge can swing a big door.
Mm.
Model people who you love, know, love, and appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I liked her humbleness.
Mm-hmm.
I liked her unaltering belief, but the biggest thing that got me is that how our spouses, they're not committed because we're not committed.
Right. I thought that too. That was good.
That was the biggest, like, it's true. Oh, I'm going to do this thing, instead of selling them on the dream.
Mm.
That was, that
Right.
was, that was big.
Mm.
Yeah. And it's not selling, it's serving.
Yes.
Sometimes you feel like,
Right.
selling, but it's really serving. And
Yeah.
if you operate from that place, it may be hard to maintain that. But if you know your why, I think you always can operate from that place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a very good one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. All very good. Now, what about Pete Vargas?
Pete Vargas.
Vargas.
He was
Yeah.
great.
The youth pastor. Yeah, he's all over the place.
What message are you committed to? I liked his little cute thing about the date with Sam.
Yeah.
Sales and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was all about get to your, point number one. What is your moral obligation? What are you supposed to get out into the world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did somebody
Pursue with
posted
sales.
that he's going to do a 7-day challenge or a 5-day challenge? I couldn't quite figure that out, but it's if you search for Pete Vargas, you'll find it online probably.
Okay.
You know what? Maybe I sent it to you in our life coaching page. I think I might
Okay.
have done that. I don't know when it starts.
So is
Okay.
it like on Facebook? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what he said. Build your own event virtual challenge. That's what he said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, all that digital stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did it. He got 30 stages in 14 days.
That's
I mean,
amazing, right?
I
Absolutely.
think so.
I mean, but I think it's that having that convicted belief, just kind of like um the makeup. What was her? I keep messing up her name. Kern Lima. Jamie Kern Lima.
Jamie Kern.
Jamie
Yeah.
Kern Lima. Just like how she had that conviction, she had that unaltering belief that she was going to help women with this makeup.
Right.
He believes that he's going to, and he does. I mean, he helps these people with his stages. So it makes such a big impact. And I think, it all stems from his own personal story with his dad, how his dad changed because of a stage,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't often realize how often that happens. I mean, if we take this event just as a whole, just how it's been, how many people were on it and how many lives were changed just because these people spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
we so
then
need
we
it.
have-
So need it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, then we had our group. I don't know, Erica, were you got to see Pat Quinn the second time, right?
The second time, yeah. I didn't get to see him the first time, but the second time I did.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job again. The first
For
time he told
sure.
a real emotional story, but he did good.
Yeah. And again,
And
the
then-
reiteration, get very clear on the problem you're solving. You know what I mean? You have to
Right.
get so clear on it's the why, right? It's the thing.
Yeah, I did that today with my students. I told them, okay, stick to the problem you're solving. What is the problem that your course is going to solve? Um, that's the only way you get clarity. I was looking at their business plans and some are not so clear. So I'm like, okay, go back to the problem. What problem are you trying to fix? What are you trying to solve? Who are you trying to help?
Right.
Awesome.
I got that from
Erica
Pat.
teaches high school, and she's having her kids do an online class, an online business, right? Creating online businesses.
Yeah.
Oh, Yeah, very cool. That's awesome. Teach them to think. Yeah. So they
Yeah.
just get to make up.
Yeah, I have some. Okay, so let me just give you some ideas. I have a kid who wants to teach how to do fantasy football, like
Mhm.
do a course on that. I have
Yeah.
a kid who wants to teach people how to improve their Fortnite scores. So I
Mhm.
have all these amazing ideas. I'm just like, wow, that's a good idea. And only a
Right.
kid can do that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we were
You might take for granted, but would be a great tool out there.
Yeah,
yeah. When
absolutely.
we were at work today, one of the guys said something, and we were talking about a kindergartner, and I'm like, I'm gonna make it so like I think it'd be funny. I have a nephew that's in kindergarten, and I thought, ooh, I could just like interview him about Facebook because what I was saying is I need the kindergarten version of Facebook because I don't understand it. So I wonder if I could like make a class on like the basics of Facebook and then have a kindergartner actually do it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
that's a great idea.
Facebook marketing is much more complicated than just
Yes.
getting Facebook, right?
Exactly. Just make a page. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that if you could do it, that maybe that would be fun to see in the interim, like
But you know what? These children nowadays are so technologically inclined. It's
mhm.
insane. Like,
Yep. Yep.
um, it's crazy. But yeah, kindergarten could do it. Maybe you should get an older person and see if they could do
Right, right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It would be
All
comical
right,
for
you
sure.
guys. Yep. And we are, ooh, see, I really wanted to keep it at an hour. Now, this is our discussion time, so we can go on. But I know uh, probably it's best if we end and
Let's just do this. Let's all say one thing that we're all gonna do.
I
How
like
about
that. Thank you. You want to start?
Okay. All right. Who wants to go first?
we're all like, this is the commitment part.
Right. I've got my orange pen. I'm going to write it down. Should
Awesome.
we hold each other accountable?
Yes, next week when we come back and whenever we're going to do this, how often we're going to do this.
Okay, I have a question. I'm gonna commit to having maybe at least 3 lessons done on my course.
Okay.
So, like module 1, right? But just 3
Mhm.
lessons.
Okay.
So I'll commit to that.
I like it.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to try to write or contact or somehow send off a little note to Jamie Kern Lima and just see what happens. So
A good idea.
we'll
Good
see
idea.
what happens. I'm sure she gets approached by a lot of people, but
Well, you know what I did? I did I'm doing the Gabby Bernstein challenge thingy that she's doing Spirit Junkie Masterclass or whatever. I signed up for that one before I finished the conference. So I was like, when the offer came up, it was like, oh, I already signed up for this. But I emailed them and asked them if she would come speak to my students. So I did do that, at least through a
Who
Zoom.
was that?
That was big.
Who was that?
Gabby Bernstein. She was having an Instagram live, and I put in the chat if she would come talk to my students. And she said maybe we can Zoom, but we'll connect. So then I emailed her people, and we'll see what happens with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I tried. I'm gonna keep trying. I want to get her to
Vicki,
come.
what about you?
Well, I don't really have a plan or anything of what to teach yet, but I think I need to get to one. And so I'm going to read over my notes every night, every single note from the conference, and I'm going to decide on what's inside. I'm going to pray about it and find out what's inside me that needs to be taught.
I like that.
I need.
like that a lot.
I've got a lot of information about it. So, I didn't really come into this as a teacher, right? I'm probably the farthest thing I feel like from a teacher. I've not ever been in front of a camera or up on stage. It's not place I like to be. I'm more of I want to teach somebody one-on-one, and I guess that this could turn into that, whatever. But anyway, I need to do that.
So then your goal is to come back with at least an idea.
Yes, I will have a plan of execute. Yeah. Where to go from? One central thing. Get my why. Yeah.
Right. I like it. Does this
Sounds good.
time work? Should we try to do it once a week?
Yeah.
I mean,
this
Wednesday nights, fixing to maybe start meeting on Wednesday nights, but that's not happened yet. So.
Okay.
If
we need a then we can. So.
Yeah, we'll do Wednesday nights until it changes, until you can't anymore. Then we'll change it.
Yeah. Okay. That works.
That'll be good. Maybe somebody will see this and then they'll realize that they're invited, of course, to come on Wednesday night as well. And we'll just use the same format and just share what we're doing and remember more and just try to keep it in our minds because it's good stuff.
Right.
All
yeah,
right.
I like it.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too.